AI. Artificial intelligence, machine learning, whatever you want to call it, it's a bit of a buzzword at the moment, so let's talk about it. This video is sponsored by Audiio, by the way. So AI, is it good? Is it bad? Is it the future? Is it going to take all of our clothes and our motorcycles?
I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle.
I don't know. But what I do know is that it can be incredibly useful, especially for creators like you and me. It's kind of slipped its way into my workflow in some small and then some more significant ways recently. So I figured I'd hop on, I'll tell you what I'm using, why I like it, and hopefully that information will be useful to you as well. And you can start using some AI to save you time as well. So kicking things off, let's start this list with probably the most well-known and most common example of AI at the moment. And that is, of course, ChatGPT. Now, if you've never heard of ChatGPT, it's essentially just like a chat bot which you can ask it things and it will generate responses for you. I actually asked ChatGPT to explain what ChatGPT was in a single line using language that even a child like me could understand, and here's the answer. ChatGPT is like a small robot that can chat with you, answer your questions, and help you with writing stories or doing your homework. Then yeah, that pretty much covers it. You can ask it questions, you can ask it to reword something or check the spelling or the grammar, or even just write it in a different style. You can even ask it to write things for you from scratch. Now, it's totally free to use. I've put a link down in the description below, but there is also a paid ChatGPT Plus, which costs $20 a month. That gives you access 24/7, even during busy periods, faster response time, and it gives you access to some of the new features. That's actually what I've been using. I've been signed up to that for quite a few months now, and yeah, I really enjoy using it. It's really handy. So what exactly do I use it for? Well, for a few examples, I'll use it if I need to create any formal documentation or a formal email. I can just dump my response really roughly into ChatGPT and ask for it in a more formal format. It'll tidy it up, fix any errors, dump it out in a nice format for me, which I can then amend just to make it my own, and then it's good to go. That can save me loads of time. I'd also use it if I need some variations or just some other ideas for things. Let's say for YouTube titles, for example. I'll write a bunch down, dump it into ChatGPT to see if it can come up with any better variations. It quite often doesn't, honestly. Say 9 out of 10 of them are not very good, but there may be that one which just spurs me to think of something else. It gives me a new idea, and that's really nice to have. Because I do all of this stuff on my own, just being able to chat to ChatGPT and dump ideas into it is really, really useful. I have also used it in the past to help me write scripts. Now, it will never write a good script at the moment, anyway, from scratch. It's never going to replace a good script writer. In fact, a lot of what it dumps out is quite bad, but I personally find it much easier to rewrite a bad script than I do to write a good script from scratch. So I'll really roughly write something out, give it a rough idea or a rough synopsis for the video I'm planning, dump it into ChatGPT, then take what it spits out, use that as my backbone, and then I can edit that from there. Now, I did exactly that, and I've put the output down in the description below, so you can go have a look at it and see what you think. But as mentioned, if you pay for the paid version, you do get access to this ChatGPT 4, which has the latest version. One of the things they recently added is programming. It knows programming, and it knows the Blackmagic variant of Lua. And that for me was super helpful when I was writing my Magic Animate stuff. If something wasn't working, I could dump it into ChatGPT and say, what's wrong with this? And it quite often wouldn't necessarily answer the question, but it'd give me a good idea of what I was looking for so I could head into the right direction to fix it. Now, it can also do that with expressions. So this is a really good example. It can't write the expressions from scratch, but it can just make your life a lot easier. If you've ever written an expression in Fusion, in Resolve, you know it's super annoying if you get any of the formatting wrong. Like if you've missed one of the parentheses, one of the brackets, for example, it will just stop. It won't tell you why, it just breaks, and then it's up to you to try and figure out why. So if you take this if statement, for example, there's a bracket missing, there's a parenthesis missing, and it may take me ages to figure out which one. Whereas if I just dump it into ChatGPT and ask it to figure it out, it will do exactly that. I can just copy and paste the output back into Fusion, and I've saved myself loads of time. Now, I could talk about that Fusion to ChatGPT relationship for hours, and I may just do that in a dedicated video. If you like that idea, let me know down in the comments below. Next up, this is a relatively new one, but it is a super cool implementation of AI, and that is sponsor of this video, Audiio's Linkmatch Ai. So we all know that finding the right music can be a bit of a chore. And it's also very annoying when you watch someone else's video and really like the music on it, but can't find any similar music for yourself. Linkmatch AI tries to make both of those processes much easier. What it allows you to do is to simply copy a link, paste that link into the Linkmatch AI. The AI will then analyze that source, it will listen to that music for you, then search the entire audio back catalogue to find you the closest match. Which just means if you hear a song, literally any song, anywhere, whether you're listening to Spotify at the gym or just chilling out watching some YouTube and you like the music, you can then just paste the link into the Linkmatch AI and Audiio will give you its closest match. It's pretty cool, and it just means you can save time because you don't need to go looking through all the different filters, trying to find the particular thing that you want, because you can simply copy and paste a link instead. So here's a trailer I found just on YouTube. And it's got some pretty cool music on it. So if we simply copy this link, we're going to jump over to Linkmatch AI, as you can see here. We're going to paste that in there, and then we're going to hit search. It's searched the entire back catalogue, so if we just give this one a click and have a listen.
You've ever wondered, there ain't no way of bringing me down. Thought that you could keep me under.
Or even this one. Pretty cool. Now it works with links from Spotify, TikTok, Apple Music, SoundCloud, and of course, YouTube. But you don't actually need to paste a link in. It also works for all of the music that already exists on Audiio. So let's say you are just chilling trying to find some music on Audiio and you find something that you like and you want more of that. You can simply click this icon and then it will use AI to search the entire database to find you similar songs. So then you've got a recommended list of similar sounding songs for you to pick from. You can then just download them, put them in your project, and job done. Now you can actually try Linkmatch AI for free for yourself right now, because you can do a few little test runs over on the website. So I've put a link down in the description below so you can go and give it a try. And it's available to everyone right now on the Audiio Pro license. The Pro license gives you access to all of the music and sound effects which are available from Audiio. And the license will cover you for practically any project, whether that's TV, movies, video games, podcasts, or of course, YouTube videos. And it's available right now with 70% off because you can get your first year for just $59 using the code ALEX70. Check the link down in the description below. Finding music just got a whole lot easier. Right, next up, images, photos. I've kind of bundled a few things in here. So first up, background removal. Remember how annoying it was to remove the background from photos a while ago? Not anymore. It's literally a click of a button. And it's available in so many places. Mac has a built-in background removal tool, and funnily enough, so does Windows. And it's in Paint, of all places. Paint can do it now. So I've opened this image up in Paint, just on Windows, and there's this icon, Remove Background. If we give that a click, AI is going to do its thing, figure out what we're looking at, which is my stupid face, and it's going to get rid of the background for us. That's one of those little implementations of AI which just saves you loads and loads of time. Now, another great use of AI is something called Generative Fill, which is in Adobe Photoshop. I know, we're talking about Adobe, but credit where credit due, Generative Fill is really awesome. Now, of course, we are talking about Adobe, so you will pay for it. Photoshop is nearly 30 quid a month, which is crazy expensive in my opinion. A cheaper and probably better alternative for a lot of people would be Canva, because they're starting to add some really cool AI tech and it is significantly cheaper. But I do still use Photoshop, so I figured I'd show you exactly what I like about it. Now in Photoshop, you can still do that remove background, which is really, really cool. But the other thing is this generative fill. Now it's not perfect, to be honest, it can sometimes go hilariously wrong, but it's getting better and better, and it can do a really good job. Take this image. I'm going to give you a second. We'll play some jazzy, relaxing elevator music. What's fake in this image? You're probably all first going to go to the bucket, and you're right, the bucket is fake. But so is this sheep here on the right-hand side. And so is the fence and the forest. So this is the original image, and all of these other things have been added with AI. So to add stuff, you simply select the area you want, click Generative Fill. If you leave it blank, it will just sort of guess, and as if we were to type something in, let's say horse, and then hit generate, it will go away and it will do the generation for you. Now, it usually takes 5 to 10 seconds or so. As you can see, this is all in real time. And when it's done, it will give you 3 variations. Now, this is probably not going to be very good, We have a tiny horse eating some grass. It's not too bad, actually. We have a horse lying down. And then we have another little chilled out horse like so. Now you can also use it to extend the outsides of a frame. So this is the original image. We're just to highlight this area over here. Generative Fill. Hit generate. We're not going to tell it what we want. We want the AI to figure out off the basis of this image what would be here on this area. And it's going to hopefully do exactly that. Done a pretty good job. It's added the shoulder. And then if we did the same thing down here, and it's going to fill in the body. Again, we've got 3 variations, so we can see which one is the best. I'm going to go with, let's say, that one. And there we go. So as you can see, you can do some really cool images with it, and it does save you loads of time. I've actually found myself using it more than I expected in my thumbnails. So here's an example. I've got me, I've got the Davinci Resolve logo, and I want this image, but obviously it's not big enough. If I made it too big, the text in the middle would be oversized. So what we want to do is just extend around the outsides of the frame. So let's just disable these. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a bit of the insert. So we'll go for about there. And then we're going to select the inverse. So all of this outside area is selected. And then we'll just do a generative fill. Not give it any instructions. We'll just let it go away and try and figure out what needs to go in these white spaces. And it should hopefully fill the image to the edges. And there we go. There's version 1, version 2, and version 3. Let's go with 1, toggle these back on, and job done. There's my thumbnail. People have even started using this combined with magic masks to actually extend your video set or to make fake backgrounds for videos. It's a really cool implementation. I've linked a couple of videos of people doing exactly that down in the description below. Now, we can't talk about AI, obviously, for creators without talking about Davinci Resolve Studio. Because Resolve Studio has its own AI engine built in, as you probably already know by now, which is called the Davinci Resolve Neural Engine, and it powers lots of the studio-only features. Magic Masks is one which I'm always talking about. I actually recently made a video, which I've linked below. You can go check that one out. That uses AI to identify a person or an object within the video and then does all of the tracking for you. You can then use the result for selective color grading or even just simply cutting things out of your scene. It's super easy to do and it just saves you loads and loads of time. All of the subtitles you're seeing in this video, these were made with Davinci Resolve. There's now an auto subtitle feature which will listen to your entire timeline and dump out the subtitles for you. Generally, it seems to be super accurate. It's really, really quick. So again, a double thumbs up. Thank you, AI, for saving me some time there. And then on top of that, there's the transcription feature, which again will listen to your entire video clip, but this time it will give you a full transcript. Now, the most useful feature for creators generally is probably the ability to remove the silent portions. So you can dump in a talking head section of a video, like this video you're watching right now, and you can automatically cut out all of the silences, dump it on your timeline, so then you can actually start doing the fun stuff, the editing, rather than having to go cut out all the boring silences and whatever else. Again, it's not perfect. It may get things wrong. You may have to still go back and do some tweaks, but it saves time and it means we can do the fun stuff rather than doing the boring stuff, which always gets a thumbs up from me. So that's it. There's some of the examples of AI which I think can absolutely save you time and make your life easier as a creator. What do you think? Are you using AI yet already? Are you scared of AI? Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Thanks ever so much for watching. Take it easy. I'll see you next time.